you able to give me screen share capability, please? Okay. So can everyone see my mug in the YouTube studio browser there, or have I selected the wrong one? Got the right one. Brilliant. Okay, so this is what the YouTube Studio platform looks like, which is the back end, which is going to be running our stream. And what you'll see on the side here is the live chat, and that will scroll as people comment on it. Now, for the purposes of actually trying to demonstrate this, it may be worthwhile share the stream with people to see if anyone can actually go and watch it. Question is, how do I find it? Okay. There we go. Okay, so sorry, as I'm running two different cameras at the same time, my computer is starting to want to lift off into outer space, so bear with me just a second. All right. Okay, so I can see that there is one person watching this live stream somehow. That's that counter up in the top left corner there. And then if, for example, someone does comment, they would type something here. Right, so that's me as the moderator. So you'll see that this one comes up slightly differently. This one will come up yellow. Anyone who is not a moderator will come up in this chat function as just their normal name. Right, okay. Let me start this again. Okay, how's that? Okay. Yep. Yep. That's right. So what I'm going to do is get everyone's email addresses. If they are Gmail set up already, that's preferable because then they're already in the YouTube system and we can assign them as moderators to the back end. Yeah, we can set that up as well. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll make sure that'll work fine. So with the talk presenters, how many of those are we having via chat? My understanding was that they were mostly going to be Q&A, and that would be hosted and moderated by Julie, but someone at the back end would have to collate and then give Julie those set questions. Yep. 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 Okay, that's going to be a text chat one as well. Okay, cool. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it's all one continuous session. So when they're in, they're in. Yep. Yep. That's right. Yep. Yep. So yeah, this is what it sort of looks like at the back end. Is where you'll be conducting the moderation from. So you won't see, or sorry, you will see the live video. You'll see it through the YouTube platform rather than our website. So if we look at it from our website point of view, when people enter the website, they click here, and then they click away the instructions, and the stages will be, sorry, the main stage is where we'll be operating the chat for YouTube from. This is just a placeholder video for the time being, but the video will be in here. There'll be a chat box which coincides with it that people will chat in from an attendee perspective. But the way that you'll be managing it is through the YouTube platform, which is this one. So it's very simple. As people are writing, you can reply to them. Well, it's a remove function because I can't reply to myself. But effectively, you can select any message using these three dots to the side of it. And you can hide those users if they're being inappropriate. You can flag their messages as inappropriate, and that will remove them from the chat. Or you can choose it to reply to them as well. So when you're replying, you'd very simply just say, hi, at will. That is going well. So that will then, yep, yep. Do you mean between the moderator team? No, I don't think it will. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So because we're running the YouTube stream from the Latrobe City Council account or the Visit Latrobe account, that will be where everyone accesses from. But logging into YouTube, you can either do that through your own personal account and then access it such as this. So where this is my personal account currently, if I go to switch account, it brings up a number of different channels or accounts that I have in the YouTube environment. So that's my work one here. That's the event sessions, which is a video series we did. It's another one here, a couple of others as well. So you can switch between being Visit Latrobe or being yourself as well. Mm-hmm. I will have to determine that once we've got the stream effective. So once I can actually send, or once I figure out exactly what that link will be, we'll determine whether or not it will take you directly to this page. There may be some clicks in between, but I think really what I want to do is familiarize everyone with the platform more than anything today. And then I'll send some step-by-step instructions to those that are going to be interacting through this. Yeah, so if these are sort of new, sorry, I'll take one step back. If I've got everyone's email addresses, I put them into the system as available moderators for our stream. Then they are then accepted. I haven't trialed it with anyone that doesn't have a YouTube account currently. I don't specifically know the answer to that, but creating a YouTube account is very simple. And you know, if it's a one and done for your work account and you never use it again, that's that. But I'll make sure I test that and check that out before the end of the day and come back to you on that. Yes, they'll be able to view and comment from the website. If they're logged in, they will. If they are not logged in, I haven't seen that happen. But as part of our FAQs, we have said, you know, when you are asking a question, please designate yourself as a name so that we can then say, or Julie can say, we have a question from John Citizen, and you know, how many roses do you have in your garden, sort of thing. So Carl's doing the typing on those answers, is he? Okay, cool, gotcha. So yeah, I guess from my end, the YouTube platform's very simple to use once you're in there. The complicated bit is going to be getting everyone in there. So once I get everyone's email addresses, I'll set them up as moderators and users, and then test that and make sure that works properly, and come back to you, Michelle, if there's any issues. But if everyone is or everyone can be logged into the same account as well. So if there are a team of people moderating, we may not need individual accounts for all and sundry. So if I just make some other comments and stuff here, just random bits and pieces. As you'll see, as I hover over each one of these messages, those 3 dots come up on the right-hand side. And to take them away, click on those 3 dots and then just hit remove. So that will come up as, for me, message retracted because it's me moderating myself. But it would say deleted by moderator or message deleted, or it would just disappear the whole thing. That, or you can put them into a timeout as well. So again, I don't have the functionality to put myself in a timeout, but you can pause people from contributing. Is it called control? No, it is called timeout. Yeah, so you can put the user in timeout, or you can hide the user from the chat as well. So they won't be able to contribute any further via text if they are being untoward in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, that's correct. It'll be reply, block or pause user, and delete the message. Should be the 3 that you'll see there. I'll put together a bit of a document, as this is probably a little bit unclear as far as a demonstration goes, but it'll be reasonably straightforward. I've put some automatic blocks onto this already. So any language that is untoward won't make it through those filters. So things, lots of 4-letter words and all that sort of thing, they don't make it through my automatic blocks. So we should have a lot of clear air as far as that goes. We won't have to have people going through and clearing them out manually. That's a good point. Dirt, and there's obviously some 4-letter words for manure, but we'll keep manure clear just in case we do need to talk about fertilizers at any point. Those are basically the options there. And when you are replying to people, the @ symbol that goes in between everyone's email addresses, that will directly reply to a user. As you'll see up here, I was able to reply to myself. But if you use the @ symbol and then start typing their name, that will mean that you can reply directly to that person. Everyone will be able to see that. But if it is, say, Del and Carl from Friends of the Rose Garden, they want to reply directly to someone's question, they can use that @ button and then start typing that person's name, and it will show that they are directly replying to that person, to the entire group. I can. So there's a function on YouTube Live called slow mode, which will slow the trail of the chat. So also, not to worry, in all of these scenarios, I'm going to be there as well. So you won't be alone moderating. I'll be in the back end as well. If there's anything that gets missed or skipped, I'll be able to catch that and help you guys out as well. Yep. That's right. Yeah. So I'll be there with my little elf hat on, making sure that nothing goes wrong. To all intents and purposes, there's three major things that can go wrong that we've identified. Will either be the website goes down, either via overpopulation or a dramatic error with the server. In that case, we would ask that we direct people to the YouTube page so that we can continue the live stream there. And then we'd work in the background to rectify the website problem. Once it's live, put a message out via Julie just to say we're back up and running. We can go back to the website. The stream itself can go down, in which case we have pre-recorded content, which we can go to, or the off chance that a remote connection goes down means that we may lose a presenter for a period of time, but we've got contingencies in place for all of those. I think that's about as much as I can show you on YouTube at the moment. What I'll do is get everyone set up in the system so that we can move forward in that way. And if there's any further questions, you guys have all got my email address from this invitation. So please feel free to reach out and let me know if there's anything I can help you with as well. The other side of things is going to be our all good. Just sizzle if chat. That's fine. Yeah. So yes, Nicole. Yep. Yep. So with that live chat for the Latrobe Gallery, where we weren't going to put a live chat on that one because that's more of a passive stream just of the artist painting. Yep. Oh, can you log in as an administrator and Yep. 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 Sorry, because I'm getting a bit of Michelle in the background. You're cutting out every now and then. But from what I'm understanding, what you're asking is you've got the regional gallery account, which is running the artist live stream. Are you wondering whether you can sort of double deploy yourself under that account, or do you have to use a separate email? Was that the question? Okay. Yeah, so I think best way to do the chat is probably going to be via a separate account, just so that we don't disturb that other stream. But I'll come back and confirm that with you. I'll do some further testing and make sure that we can get you on as a moderator one way or another. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. No worries. Thank you. So that's a lot of YouTube. This will be where a lot of the moderation will have to take place. And then the other side of things is going to be where our stall holders go. So when we're in the website, we've got our stall holders page. I have to remember which one of these stalls I've installed myself on. Pardon me. Okay, Tom's Cat Vineyard. So this is Tom's Cat Vineyard, and attendees will have the option to chat with stallholders directly via Facebook Messenger. And this will be the same format as our support ticket as well. So whoever's running the Facebook chat support, this will function in the same way via our little Facebook Messenger button down the bottom here. So this is currently linked to 360 South, but this will end up being linked to Visit Latrobe once we've got that code in there. So that's where people can talk through any technical issues or provide any feedback with Visit Latrobe. And just to give you a test of how that will work overall, I'll go back to where I was. Tom's Cap Vineyard. Now this should be, no, still 360 South. Yeah, yep. 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 Correct. Yeah, Michelle is on mute, but yes, they are coming in dribs and drabs. So we've got a couple already that have put their messenger links through to us, and there's still a couple outstanding. But yes, that's how it's working. Still on mute, Michelle. Yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, this is what it will look like to someone coming in. So when they get the chat option come up, they can continue as their Facebook profile, or they can continue as a guest. Now, if I'm continuing as a guest, I have this link to my page here. So this is not Tom's Vineyard, but just pretend it is for the time being. All right, so I've sent that message to Tom's Cap Vineyard. Tom's Cap Vineyard will receive that message either via their mobile device, if they've got that logged into Messenger, or they can log in via the desktop environment of Facebook. And what we should say is, no, this is personal messenger. Mm-hmm. So they'll see their own personal chat. They won't see chats with everybody else. So there won't be an automatic communication to say why it's taking so long. But in any of these scenarios, what they'll see is, what the stallholder will see is one of these tickets. So each of these is a separate message thread. So one from guest 6620 at 12:40. That was probably the first test I did. And then guest 7945 is the one that I just sent through then. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, as with all things, like I think the speed of response is getting a lot quicker because they can use it in the same fashion that they would normal sort of text messaging environments, etc. as well. That's it. If they've got 10 chats to skip through, that's a good problem to have. So yeah, and from the attendee point of view, or sorry, from the stallholder point of view, I'll just reply to that. So that's very simple there. And then going back to our stall environment here, that message has popped up in the chat box. So that's what the attendee will see, is basically a one-to-one chat message. And yeah, they can say, yeah. But yeah, so this is how the support ticket system will work as well. So if someone says, why can't I set the stage? That will come up here as well. So there's a nice little notification ding. Yeah, it's the same system, but stall holders will operate it this way, and then support will also operate in this way as well via the Facebook chat option. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. So on Saturday, we'll have all of our test streams ready to go from sort of when are we starting? 3 p.m. So we'll have them ready to go from sort of 1 p.m. And we can go through, do some tests, make sure everyone's up to speed, go through it that way as well. So if I go back here, no, it doesn't appear that I can. What sort of edits were you thinking? Just typo stuff? Yeah. Look, there's nothing I can see from the desktop scenario to do that. If I'm running it off my phone. Yeah, no. Assume knowledge. Yeah, from what I can see, there's no function on the phone either to go back and delete messages. I think that may be a business account thing because I know that when you do it in personal, yeah, the personal version works a little bit differently, but the business one you can't delete. I'm just going to stop that because everything's going very, very slowly at my end.